Rape culture is what makes people ask and say these things when they hear that a woman was raped. What were you wearing? Why were you dressed so provocatively? But what if I was fully covered? So, were you drunk? Why were you drinking? But what if I was sober? Why were you walking home alone at night? You should never walk alone at night. But what if I was home? Why were you home alone with them or him or whoever? But what if it was my family? What if it was someone that I trust? The fact is, people, that rape happens to every kind of woman, no matter what the situation is, the circumstances, in public, in private, women who are old and young, of every race, of every religion, from people that are complete strangers to people that they know and trust, and even parents and even family members. But the question that I pose to you right now is that why do all of those statistics matter? Why does it matter how it happens? Who does it? Why? Why? Victims want answers, not reasons. Stop giving reasons for rape because there is none at all. If the question is why did this happen, it's because you're a victim of someone else's horrible decisions. It's not your fault. Even if you say, well, I know it's their fault, but that's justifying rape. Stop justifying rape, okay? And if there's even a little piece of you that thinks slut shaming is okay, then it doesn't matter what you say with your mouth, because in your heart, the first time that you hear a woman was raped, you're going to ask yourself, what was she wearing? What was she doing? Who was she with? Where was she? Instead of asking and hoping that she gets justice. Slut shaming is completely devoid of compassion. And it could be that a woman is expressing her sexual freedom, and that's okay. That's her choice. It's not bothering you. It's not hurting you. And it could be that what she calls freedom today, she might call a mistake tomorrow, and that's okay too, because we all make mistakes. But it doesn't matter what she calls it. It's never, I want to be raped. There is no visible or wearable dialogue for shove your penis inside me. The dress is not a yes. Only a yes is a yes. And I know that there's always the topic that's brought up that men get raped too. Yes, I realize that. It is a fact. It does in fact happen to men. But with rape culture doesn't blame male victims. If anything, it's the rigid gender roles of society that stop men from coming forward about their abuse, because society thwarts a male's right to be emotional, to be a human being, to experience pain and violation. Still, with all that being said, if you hear that a man was raped, it's never, well, what was he wearing? Because the male anatomy is not so sexualized. It's not as sexualized as the female anatomy is. Like, these things cause riots. And also, because we say and we hear things all the time, like, men are hunters. Every single man on the planet should be so insulted by that phrase, because basically what it's saying is that men are too simple, too Neanderthal to have control over their own actions. It's saying that they're animals, and that they have no compassion, they have no common sense. But I don't even think animals rape each other. But if my body and my actions do in fact control a man's thoughts and actions, then why am I not making the big bucks? Why are the men on Wall Street making all the money, more money than women doing the same jobs, if the women can in fact control them? But when it comes to why men make more money, society sings a different song, saying men are smarter and men are more logical. Well, here's some logic for you, okay? Sex is supposed to be a pleasurable activity between both parties, or however many parties that you want. But if it's non-consensual, then it's not sex. If someone says no, then you don't. What? What? If a woman says no matter what kind of situation we're in or no matter what the circumstances, I have to listen? What? That would mean that she's actually a human being and not a walking, talking sex toy. Oh my God, but then that means that the only person's body that I can control and that I'm responsible for is my own. And I am, in fact, responsible for my own body. Oh my God. Really? Is that really something so revolutionary? But that's rape culture for you folks.
Come on, skinny love, just last the year.